finally, the third theme, or third strand of our government buying standards is around catering services, issues around reducing energy, water use, minimising food waste, and addressing packaging waste. And this is where it makes most sense of all to have a bit of a mixer. Here we've got things, well, issues sort of using reusable crockery, energy and waste management plans, and just food waste, separate food waste collection, sending it off to in-vessel composting and anaerobic digestion. And you'll see at the bottom there, existing government buying standards. There are already, as I mentioned, a range of government buying standards that already exist. Some of those are relevant already to catering services. So it's mainly about buying dishwashers, ovens, fridges, freezers that meet the sort of higher spec end in terms of their sustainability performance. So those are our three strands of that we have for the government buying standards. I just want to finish quickly, especially as my clock now says naught, on sort of the process that we've been through to develop those government buying standards, and most importantly, I think, what the next steps are. There's a cross-government group that involves, obviously, DEFRA, Department of Health, colleagues from what was the Office of Government Commerce, but now the Cabinet Office, but also representatives from the big buying departments in central government, so MOD, prisons, Department of Health, and schools. And we've been working on developing the standards. We've engaged informally with a range of stakeholders over the summer to get their feedback on, primarily around the assumptions that we're using for how we decide on what the government buying standards should be. And that information we fed into what is now a very lengthy impact assessment that's looking at the costs and benefits of each of the individual criteria that we've identified. And I guess that's the key process of developing government buying standards, is making sure that we're not introducing things that only sort of add cost to people like yourselves or to departments. We're trying to identify criteria that also have benefits, and that's difficult in the area of sustainability. Cost, it's very easy to monetize. Sustainability, a lot of the issues that we've got, there aren't any monetary benefits. So a lot of the data we have is qualitative. And the result of that impact assessment, that will form the basis of a full external review, which will be coming out, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's with our chief economist at the moment, in the next week or so. And if anyone wants to sort of consult on that, just please let me know. My details come up at the end, and I'll make sure that you're added to the list of consultees. Once we've been through that, that's when we go for this cross-government agreement, make sure that ministers across government are happy with what we're proposing, and the aim is to publish the government buying standards in March, and then there's a 3-month lead-in period, after which time we would expect government departments to start complying with those government buying standards. And just all I wanted to finish off was, I think it actually ties in quite nicely with what Peter was saying before about the perception of public sector food. Consumers expect increasingly that the food they're procuring meets certain standards, not just animal welfare standards, but sort of wider sustainability standards. And I think more and more in the public sector, we're expected to demonstrate that sort of, provide that sort of food. But it is challenging in the current climate. And that's it. Those are my details there. I'm finished. Thank you very much.